Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts, like the chart behind me, which is of Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. And so here I am recording this on Monday, June 17th, after the market has closed, and Tilray closed at a price of $1.69, being down a little over 0.5% on the day. And actually, it has reclaimed about 1 cent in the after hours. And so that actually brings it back to the close of yesterday. So right around that 170 level. And I have in previous videos noted that 170 does seem to be like a pretty significant level. And so I did want to go over some of the lines that I do have drawn up here. And then I'll do, some retracements and a trend line that could suggest where the bottom may be if it's not already in. And so this yellow line that I have drawn here is at $1.70, really, just being kind of a round change number, $1.70. Got that nice zero at the end. Does look like, it has acted as approximate support over here, as well as here with a dip below, offering discounted shares every time price has gone below that level. There have been massive moves to the upside, so looking pretty good there. And then I also do have this orange uptrend based on the pivot low of $1.50 hit on June 21st of 2023, and then connecting with this other pivot low hit on November 13th, that being at a price of $1.61. And so from those two pivot points, we do have, this fake out break below those levels here. But then we also, got a fake out break below the orange uptrend, but respecting that line at $1.70. Hitting lows here of $1.65 before moving to the upside, retracing to the 618/65% level from this retracement. That represents the golden pocket. So that was a nice swing up there, but we could not get to filling this gap here at $2.59. So, I'm wondering, are we near the bottom? Are we going to start to see some moves to the upside to then finally fill this gap and then see where it takes us? And so in order to assess that, I am just going to do a Fibonacci extension, and then I will also do a trend line that I think could offer some nice insights into whether or not we are at a bottom. And I should note, I have not done either of these, so, it's going to be a surprise if we do find them corresponding with some nice levels. And so here I'm just doing this approximate, and I will adjust it in 1 second. And so now I have all of those levels marked to the penny, actually fraction of a penny, with the high over here being $2.51.5. But anyways, from that Fibonacci extension, we can see some levels to the downside that may be acting as support. And interestingly, the 618 does correspond with $1.69.9, or right around $1.70, where we're currently trading at, corresponding with that yellow line. So I find that to be pretty interesting. Maybe we have found a bottom there. And the next level down corresponds with $1.48 about. That is the 786. So hopefully we're not going that low, but if we do go down there, that could represent some great dip buying opportunities. However, I do think that we would be bumping into some support around 165, given that was the low hit on April 22nd, or perhaps $1.60, which was the low of March 7th. So, I could see both of those levels acting as bottoms before we get to $1.48. So I don't think that one's on the table, but with this 618 lining up with $1.70, I am pretty excited about that. And then one other thing that I wanted to do, really based on these lows, it just struck me as, potentially there being another trend line that we could look at. And so I'm actually going to do this blind, so we're not going to see where the bottom is of the current price. And I'm just going to draw a ray going from, let's see, I'm going to do it from the low of March 14th, because everybody loves Pi Day. That is at a price of $1.60. And then I'm going to connect it with this low here of April 22nd, which, as I mentioned, was at a price of $1.65. And so looking at those 2 points, I'm actually going to make that line a little bit thicker so it's easier for us to see. And we can see if that does correspond with the current price action or if, unfortunately, we did break below it. But, while we are below that downtrend, which could be a little bit discouraging, when we have broken below these other levels in the past, that has served as great dip buying opportunities. So I am wondering if we are at another great dip buying opportunity zone. But since that white uptrend is actually above current price, I took a step back and realized I could draw this other uptrend. So I'm recording this after I did the edit and realized I should add this in. So this purple uptrend is based on the low hit on June 21st of 2023, corresponding with the pivot point for the orange uptrend. But then I am just connecting this to the low from Pi Day, that being at a price of $1.60, and that is below current price. So if we do look at that, that would correspond with price dipping down to ranging from about $1.60 to $1.65. And so that does support the other levels that are here, these other lows. So if we do dip below 170 to 165 or 160, as long as we don't get closes below 160, I think that could be support in serving as a great dip buying opportunity, better than what we're currently seeing. So if we do break 170, there is still this purple uptrend. So I'd keep an eye on that, looking for dips between 160 to 165. Hopefully this addition was helpful, and maybe we start to see some moves to the upside, like getting to that gap from current price. That would bring us up about 53% to the upside. So that could be an excellent swing or, a great hold if it does continue higher beyond that gap. But like I said, I think there could be some resistance up there. Just like over here, we couldn't even get up to that level. But with price around $1.70, I'm thinking it's at the price to be accumulating, whereas, up here, this was the price to be trimming to then be buying back more around 170. And so we are back at that level. Maybe we dip to 165, maybe we dip to 160, maybe worst case scenario, I'm thinking 148, but I'm liking it at 170. And so, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.